good morning, everyone. We have Illustrator open today. I'm so excited to share with you. I think if you've watched my previous video, you know surface design in Affinity Designer. So if you want to join that class, you can go ahead. There's gonna be all the information here on the screen, but also it's gonna be linked down below in the description. Yeah, today I'm working in Illustrator. Illustrator has the benefit of having this tool called Image Trace and Inkscape. Most of these images that you're seeing, I traced them. And if you want, just comment down below and I will share a link to a class that you can join. Not my own class, somebody else is teaching that. I will share a link to that class so you can learn all about Image Trace. But today I got my Adobe opened, Illustrator opened. I've already opened. This document is an A4. I prefer to use centimeters. Other people prefer to use pixels, millimeters, just up to you. And I could have made this artboard smaller because I prefer working like in a 20 by 20 centimeter or 15 by 15 centimeter space and creating my repeat pattern from there. But for today, just quickly, I'm going to show you in this A4 size. When you have your artboard, when you have Illustrator open, you're going to notice that your screen, if you're using a Windows laptop or device, it comes with all white and the background is going to be gray or some other color. So to edit that, it's where you go to edit and then you're going to go down to preferences and then you're going to go to user interface. That's for Windows. And then you're going to notice there's brightness here. You can change the brightness if you want to medium. Let me just show you. I think you can see a bit of the screen. This is what to change it back to the medium dark. This is what it's going to look like. And then the black one. I like the black one, but let's just stick to this one for today. And then you're going to go down where it says canvas. Okay. Yeah, where it says canvas color. So it's going to ask you which one you want. And then you're going to say either match brightness, which is what it looks like here, and click white. And then that's about it. So you have your white background. And then just click OK. So just for you guys who are not sure, especially if you're working on Windows, sometimes you might be working on a Mac and they have different instructions for that one. I'm not going to get into all the details of that one because I'm working in Windows. So anyway, I'm just going to quickly create the repeat pattern here. It's more or less the same process in Affinity. So I'm going to select the item that I want to duplicate because I have a design in mind. And then this is the item here. It's already selected. And then if you want to like change like the, firstly, let me show you the zoom. Zoom is Control plus, okay? Just so you know that. So some of these things, like, so they have points, right? And you can see anchor points in every area. And what you might want to do is like edit those anchor points. And this button here, which is the direct selection tool, you can press A as well to go here. And then you're going to actually drag it if you want to drag it in, just like it's changing here. I don't want to drag it that much, but just so you know, like if there's some anchor points that you want to work on and you want them to be smoother, you just drag it like that. So these like corners here, you might just want to adjust them. So using the direct selection tool, you can just drag them in or drag them out however you want. Or to smooth it out completely, the eraser tool. So let me show you, there's two types of windows. So you can have the advanced version or the basic version. Here's the advanced one, which is the one that you guys initially saw. I prefer to have the advanced version because I like using this tool as well as the arrow tool and these different like text tools and all of the text tool. So to select your eraser, which was what I was sharing, you're going to go here. If you're not seeing the eraser bar, you're going to just go here, right click or Control Shift E, and then you're going to find the eraser. Okay. So I can change the size as well of the eraser. Here there's the angle, the roundness. So all of this, you can change the roundness. You can make it less round and it's going to transform all of that stuff. So you can see here or something else. If you want to angle it, you know, you can do all of that, but I'm not interested in all of that right now. Okay. So I can just press reset and leave it here. And then the size here, it's set to 10 points. I can click it, maybe put it at 5 and then be okay. And there you see the eraser is smaller now. Erase, going fine into those details as much as you want. All these corners, I want them gone. Okay. Yeah. So this is going to take a bit of time for me to get into all those corners, but eventually I'm going to get there. this one here as well. That's why it's zoomed in all the way so that I can see accurately exactly. No, yeah, this one as well. And this one, I want to just drag it. Okay, keep dragging it. You guys are getting like the perspective of what I'm doing. I'm just going to keep doing that until I'm happy with my design. And I'm trying also to go so fine in, and then control minus to just zoom out and just look at your design from outside and see if it's something that you like. If it's not, go back in and cut out those pieces you want to cut out. I'm fairly okay with this one, so it's fine. So this one is all in the artboard, and then I'm going to go back to the normal mouse cursor here, selection tool, and then in my properties, you're going to see this is layer one. There's libraries here next to it. I'm not going to go into all that detail. There's so much to explain in Illustrator, but you can change your properties to no flow. For the stroke, I want it to be a 5. Let's just say 5. And yeah, it's pink already because I want a rainbow effect in this repeat. So I'm going to control. I'm so used to using affinity. So I'm going to alt and then drag. Sometimes you find that it's a bit difficult, right? And then I'm going to change the stroke again on this one. You can do it either on this side, it doesn't really matter, and yellow. And then you're going to drag it inside, shift and drag, go, right? And I'm going to keep repeating that. I'm going to put yellow, green, and pink, okay? And it's by no means flawless or beautiful, but what I'm thinking of doing is actually filling this part here. Let's see what that looks like. Because there's something that I was visualizing, and the stroke might not be the best idea. So let me isolate the double click, isolate the pink one, okay? And then fill. I want to copy the same color code, cancel here. I'm going to select swipe it and then use the same code for this one. Yeah, I think I'm liking how this is looking. Cancel, Control C, cancel. Yeah, there we go. And then with the green, the same. Now I like it better than what I was doing before. I just thought the strokes would look more impressive, but yeah, sometimes you go through this. It's a learning process. Control, I keep saying control, alt, drag, alt, drag, alt, drag. I'm not really being finicky about everything. I'm just doing like a teardrop effect of a repeat here. I'm going to delete this one and then, oops. And then select all these in the layer or in the artboard, and then there you go. Just Control C, Control V, and then add it to this corner. So we have some shape of something going on. And then after I'm happy with my repeat, however it's going to look at the end, I'm going to add the rectangles. And I do that by going on the rectangle tool, yeah, M, and then just selecting a rectangle. And I want it to be the same shape as my artboard, the same size anyway. Okay, so I'm going to fill it out with a very light pink. Okay, there's the pink. Scroll down, scroll down. That's some of the pink. I want it to be a very, very light pink. Let's go up a bit. Shift Control with that backslash bar. There we go. So essentially that's what my repeat is looking like. We do have a repeating pattern in place. You can see I did edit a few more things, but I want to add the stalk here at a later time. So this is not the perfect repeat pattern yet, and I'm not going to make it a perfect repeat pattern or a seamless pattern, but I just wanted to show you some of the tools that we can work with to change the colors while it's looking like this. So we've got something going here. Okay, so I've essentially just duplicated it using Control C and Control V. Change the sizing here and make it into maybe 20 centimeters by 20 centimeters. So I could drag it, or I could double click it like that and just drag it down. That's 20 centimeters and 19. Here we go. There we go. Now it's 20 by 20 centimeters. Now there's another way to do this, but I'm not going to show you. So now you can delete all these pattern. We're going to leave these ones on top because whatever is on the sides, on the corners here is going to have to match this side. And even this one is going to have to match the top here to make it a seamless pattern. So after you have created everything and added the squares, etc., you're going to go to Window, and then you're going to open where it says Swatches. And here is my swatches panel. You might not be seeing it from your side, so I'm just going to drag it out from the properties panel. The properties panel is on the right hand side. This is where the layers and libraries, everything is. I wasn't clear on that because it's not showing on the screen probably from your side. So I can just drag the swatches to show you. So here we have the swatches panel. So what you do with the swatches panel, you can see there's some patterns here automatically created by Photoshop, by Illustrator. So once you have your seamless repeat, you can select all of this or group it, whatever, and drag it into the swatches panel. And if you're creating a collection, this could be the beginning of your collection form or another rectangle, because I know this is not a seamless repeat pattern, but essentially that is what you do. And you also have to have a background on this one. Okay. I just wanted to illustrate that. So to get to your swatches, you click Window and then you scroll down until you find swatches. Okay, if I click here, you're gonna see it's gonna disappear. If I click it again, it's gonna reappear. And that is the swatches panel. I'm gonna drag it back to the properties panel here. That's where it usually stays. Control C and Control V, and then drag it. Now you want to change the colors. You can go here again and say Window. And you're gonna scroll up just because you came from the swatches panel here. So it's gonna be up now. You're gonna go to the color guide tool, not the color. There's color and there's color guide. So the color guide, Shift F3, and you're gonna notice on this side some versions of colors appear. It usually starts with. You can scroll down here. You can click the harmony rules. Oh, let me bring it out for you from the layers panel again. Here we go. So you're going to notice here, there's different options, complementary to, split complementary, left complementary, etc., etc. All of these, they are based essentially on the color that you picked in the background for the rectangle. So if I had picked maybe an orange, like a dark orange or dark blue, something like that, that would be, it would show complementary colors in that area, okay? And even with the high contrast, there's some options here as well. So if I wanted to change just the background, I can go here and these colors will have some form of matching with the, I selected which one? The pentagram one. So this one, you can see it's matching, and essentially you can keep duplicating your repeats until you are happy with it. This is just a very tame version of what you can do to create a collection. But yeah, you can essentially just keep duplicating. If you're happy with one color, you add another color, and you have started to create a collection from your different colors, just like that. And at the end of the day, you're going to have a collection that is still based on the same repeat pattern. I hope this was helpful. There's so many tools to help you in Illustrator. It's just so vast that sometimes you might even get lost in the illustration. As you might have noticed from my video today, there was just so much that I wanted to show you guys, and I had to kind of break it down so that I don't show you everything in one go. So I could do more Illustrator videos if you are interested, and let me know if this was helpful to you, and I will keep coming up with new videos. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next one.